Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to my fourth battle for round 2 of Smogon Superstars. If you guys aren't aware, there are 3 rounds of Smogon Superstars where you're put into a pool of players. Round 1, I was put into a pool of ORSOU versus 5 players. Round 2, I'm playing DPP OU, my personal favorite tier of all time. So, I believe the team I'm using belongs to TV Rocka, so I want to give him a shout out. The other people, I'm pretty sure they belong to somebody, but I have no idea who gave me them. But I'm pretty sure this is TV Rocka's team because I saw him use it in SBL, I believe. Maybe it was World Cup. I'm not entirely sure. But it's a pretty cool team with Choice Band and Flagon. I'm playing Destiny Vice, and he has a Crobat lead. Crobat's actually a little bit annoying to my team. I do have Magnezone, I do have Tyranitar, I do have Swampert. But Crobat can just be annoying just because of Taunt, Roost, and things like that. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my other Smogon Superstars games, you can check them out down below. There will be a playlist. And let's get into this game. So, I lead Flagon, he leads Crobat. I do have Choice Band and Stone Edge, and I can knock him out with it 100%. However, if he does U-turn, it'll most likely be into like some sort of bulky water or a bulky, maybe not a bulky grass type. I doubt he'd go out to a bulky grass type, just because Flagon has U-turn. So most likely be into a bulky water, maybe a bulky ground type. So I decided that I would go right for the U-turn first turn. As he actually decides to stay in and go after Berry Bird, which isn't a bad play because Crobat can take any hit anyway if I was Scarf. And chances are I was going for U-turn anyway. So he probably sees it on Bandit right there because his Crobat does outspeed me. I'm going to go directly into my Tyranitar. Now I could go for Pursuit right here. However, I don't want him going for Roost, predicting my Pursuit. I am a Choice Scarf Tyranitar, but Crobat is faster than Choice Scarf Cheetar, so I decided to go right for Stone Edge, as he does reveal that bulky ground slash water being Swampert. And Swampert's an okay Pokemon for me to switch into. I do have Shaman, I do have my own Swampert. I choose to go out to my own Swampert because I want to exchange Stealth Rock right here. I definitely want to get up my rocks. He does have Crobat, doesn't have Defog in this gen. Well, it does, but it doesn't get rid of rocks in this gen. So I get up my rocks as he forces me onto Shaman. Amazing. The best switch he could possibly force me out into. I definitely threaten him with the Seed Flare, so expecting him to actually want to go out into his Crobat since it does 4 times resist that, and can otherwise wall Shaman bar the occasional HP Ice, which I believe he can live at that range. I decided to go right into my Tyranitar. Now, once again, I don't want to go for Pursuit, even if he does go for U-turn, because if he stays in a Roost, which he can do comfortably, I'm pretty sure he... well, then again, he doesn't really know I'm Choice Scarf. Let me actually check if I hit the Stone Edge. Yes, I did hit the Stone Edge on Swampert. So he should know I am not banded, just based on the damage that I did to Swampert. So I decided to go for Crunch, expecting him to Roost. As he does, Crunch is the accurate move, as Stone Edge would have either missed. But then again, it either misses or crits in DPP. So I get a defense drop, so I do force his Crobat to want to go for U-turn right here. Want to get on out of there. Completely fine by me, as he ends up bringing out a Swampert. Now, I already showed Shaman in the back. I already showed Shaman in the back, so chances are he's either going to double back out into Crobat, predicting Shaman, or he's going to go for Roar. So I decided just to stay in and go for Crunch again. I want to weaken this Swampert. I do have a Magnezone on my team. I do have a Scizor, so if I weaken him, I knock him out with +2 Bug Bite, which I do at that range. So he forces me out into my Swampert. This is good, because I can go for Earthquake right here. I could also go for Roar. I decided to go for Earthquake as he reveals a Starmie. Now, based on this damage, this thing is definitely a defensive Starmie. Might actually be even a bold max when I'm not entirely sure on the rolls, but I decided to go out to my Tyranitar because if he doesn't go for Rapid Spin or Recover, I get it in, and I can go right for the Crunch. I don't want to go for Pursuit. I go right for Crunch as he stays in, and I get a crit. Now, just for knowledge sake, I'm actually going to calc like the Earthquake damage on Swampert just because I don't know per se, and I want to see if that mattered. If he's max bold, which is, you know, the defensive spinning set that some people can run in DPP, I'm pretty sure Swampert's Earthquake is supposed to do what, like, yeah, 41%. So he definitely was like max Starmie, as you can see. So that crit did matter. Crunch only does 67 to 77%, and that crit definitely put me at an advantage because he lost his spinner in Starmie, and yeah, it definitely put me at an advantage, so I'm not going to deny that at all. So Starmie is going to go down, as Skarmory is going to come right back, or come out, reveal itself. I do have a Magnezone, and as you can tell by the end of this turn, this Skarmory does not have Shed Shell, so he is able to get up 2 layers of spikes, because I'm actually not a Scarf Magnezone. I'm not Specs either. I'm actually a Custap Berry set with HP Ground. Pretty cool because it traps Heatran. It goes for Endure on Heatran's attack, then it gets the Custap Berry HP Ground, knocking it out, and supports for the SD Scizor that I do have in back. So brings out Swampert after Skarmory does go down. I'm gonna sack off my Tyranitar, that way he cannot go for Roar. That way I can go right out into my Shaman. And even though Crobat can definitely come out, I don't care. I'm going right for the Seed Flare. If he predicts me to go for like a potential HP Ice or something, which I believe he does, which is why he brings out his Tyranitar. He didn't want to go out to Crobat because if I went for like a hidden power after Rocks with Sand, it would have been able to knock out Crobat. So he actually ends up pivoting into his Tyranitar, as I do miss a Seed Flare upon switching. So I'm not going to say mix up for the crit because they're both different terms of hacks, or different hacks. But I am able to land the second one, as it is going to do a hell of a lot to that Tyranitar. Of course, it's going to live because of the Spadef boost, and it is revealed that he is Choice Scarf Tyranitar because he does outspeed my Shaman. My Shaman definitely outspeeds a regular Tyranitar, so I'm going to go right onto my SD Scizor, which can win at this point. It beats Crobat with Bullet Punch, it beats Swampert with Bug Bite, and it beats Tyranitar with BP. So he ends up revealing a Rotom. I decided that I'm going to win this game by most likely either my Magnezone beating his Crobat, or if this Rotom, let's say it goes for Will-O-Wisp, if it's Scarf Will-O-Wisp, then I can just SD Roost anyway and still beat Crobat with BP, still beat this, and Bug-Bite's going to do a hell of a lot anyway, despite the resist, because Rotom is Electric Ghost in this generation. So I decided just to stay in right here. He ends up going for Trick, as I'm able to hit him with a +2 Bug Bite. If he was Scarf Will-O-Wisp, that would have been fine as well. I do a hell of a lot with that Bug Bite despite the resist. Unfortunately, because I am locked into Bug Bite, I cannot go for Bullet Punch to knock him out. I decided to lock myself into Bug Bite though, because Swampert is more of a threat, I believe, than Crobat, because I do have Magnezone, and I just want to force that Swampert to stay out. So Crobat is going to come out. I'm going to stay in even though I'm locked into Bug Bite, because +2 Bug Bite is going to do around 50% to his Crobat. So I want to force him to knock me out. That way I can get the switch into my Magnezone. So goes right for Brave Bird, as he is able to knock me out. That's going to put him though in range of Stealth Rock. So now he cannot switch out due to Stealth Rock. So I'm able to go onto my Magnezone, and I'm going to go right for the HP Ground. One, I want to give him the illusion that I am Choice in some sort of way, because I do get right for the HP Ground as he Roost. It does hit Crobat on the Roost. So like I said, I want to give Crobat that illusion that I am Choice. Also, it hits Swampert. So that's the more important part, because at this point my own Swampert can win. So he decides to go for Brave Bird as I go for HP Ground one more time. And at this point, I'm pretty sure he thinks that I am Choice Locked. So I'm going to go for HP Ground once more as he decides to taunt me. And as you can see, he is very much convinced that I am Choice Scarf. So I'm pretty sure he's going to try and stall me out of the hidden powers by going for Taunt and then try and Roost on my struggle. That's not going to work though, because I am going to reveal the Thunderbolt right there, as I am able to get rid of the Crobat, as he is going to bring out his Swampert. I do have Explosion on this Magnezone, so I'm going to go right for that, as I am able to nail the Swampert, and his last is his Tyranitar, and it is a Choice Scarf variant of T-Tar, which cannot knock out Swampert at this range of HP, even with a crit crunch. So that is going to be game, because Swampert is going to come out. I will be able to survive his crunch really well and knock him out with the Earthquake, and that is going to be the 2-0 in my favor. So definitely some hacks on both sides. I think the crunch on Starmie was pretty big. Though Starmie is actually still set up fodder. Once I trap Skarmory, and I probably would have played it differently, obviously, if Starmie was still alive. But Starmie in this generation is set up fodder for a defensive SD Scizor, because it cannot burn it since Skull does not exist. But in any case, I hope you guys all enjoyed. There is one more game that I have to play versus my buddy Jirachi, and I am 3-1 in round 2. So of course, if you guys haven't seen any of the other games, you guys can go check them out in the playlist down below. There's also round 1 there as well. And yeah, subscribe if you want for more Pokemon competitive playthroughs and all that other, I was gonna say crap, but all that other stuff I do on my channel. Hopefully it's not crap, I don't know. But yeah, that's it guys, later.